Alright guys, welcome to part 2 in our beginner's guide to Procreate series. For this part, we will just be maneuvering around the canvas, looking at the settings, and then we go into all the different tools that have in Procreate. So hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so right above here you can see the first tool highlighted in blue. Right next to the gallery is a wrench icon. So this first tool is the action tool, and as you could see, I would say the actions tool have the most set of features to play with. So as you can see, we have right here by add highlighted in the blue. It has different options like insert a file, insert a photo, just kind of like what we had see outside of the canvas, like when we was outside the gallery. And then we have take a photo, add text, cut, copy canvas, and at the bottom you could see that paste now highlighted, like it kind of faded out. That's because we didn't copy anything. Say if you copy something on the canvas, then that will be revealed. But yeah guys, so we go and head over and show you guys the other options. So we have here canvas, and right there in canvas we could see that it has crop and resize. We go and click on that real quick. Alright guys, so as you can see, we in crop and resize, and you can see just by the drop down menu we could actually change the canvas size from within here. So say if we want to we gonna change this to like 2000 pixel, and then we gonna go up top and just click done. And there you see we now we change the size of the canvas, and you can see it's like a lot slimmer. But yeah, that is a way, like say if you're within, you already create the canvas and then you're like, oh shoot, I want to change the canvas size. You don't really have to back out and then create one from outside again and do all the other stuff. You can actually create it right inside. So that'll save you a lot of time, and But we're not gonna keep the canvas like this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back, in the wrench icon, go back and crop and resize. So we can just go and set it back to 4000 by 4000 pixel and click done. Right, so we have the canvas size back as regular, and I'll show you guys the rest of the tools right now. Alright guys, so right next to the actions tool we have the adjustments tool. So as you can see, it highlighted with this little one icon, but the adjustment tool, it have a wide list of options you could play with. So to be honest with you guys, I don't really use a lot of these options here. The only one I just use is say the hue and saturation and brightness. I just tend to use the Gaussian blur, and I think I used like the noise like a few times before. But for the adjustments tool, you usually use this, like say you finish a illustration and you want to add like a little flair to it, you use this after you finish with it, just to add something to it. But yeah guys, that's the adjustment tool. Now we're gonna move on to the one next to it. Alright guys, so right next to the adjustments tool we have the select tool, and you can see it's just this like S-like icon. So right now it's not really highlighted blue because unfortunately we have nothing to select. But say if we had something to select, it will bring up like different options at the bottom. So you don't have like a freehand tool where you could like use to draw around whatever object you have, or you could use like a square select tool that you use to like put around the object, and after you do the selection you could then use this arrow tool right next to that, which is the move tool, and you use that to actually select whatever sketch you have on the canvas, and you could like move that around, resize it if you need to. But don't worry guys, I know like I'm showing examples, but later on in the video as this I'll show you guys the all the other features in Procreate. Later on you'll actually see this in action. Alright guys, so right on the right hand side here you can see we have more tools here to play with. So right here by this brush you could see we have the brush library, which is a whole list of different brushes you could pick from. I know you guys will be like going crazy and having fun in this section. So as you can see, we have like for sketching, use the Procreate sketch pencil, but it have like a wide range of different options you could use. It have like the HB pencil, and it have all these other lists. So right above the sketching we have painting, and as you can see a wide list of like paint brushes you could choose from, but to be honest with you guys, I don't really use much of this because I don't really call myself much of a digital painter, so I don't really use much of these brushes. But so if you love painting, you have like a lot of different options to choose from. Alright guys, so we go and head down, and as you can see we have inking, and just like before, you're going to see a wide list of different options to pick from. But as usually use like the technical pen, but if we scroll up, you could see it have like this syrup ink brush, were really good as well. But we go and head back down, and we go and click on technical pen again, and then we go and click once more, and as you could see, now we're in brush studio. And from here we just gonna go down to stabilizer, and stabilizer is a good way for say people who don't have a steady hand like me. This is where you could go into the amount right there where it says stabilize the amount, and you could set the to whatever you want, and you could see we could just test out like the different options, and you could see the more you have it to, the more control your lines will be, and that's the benefit of like making sure you're going there and just head to stabilize and just increase the amount depending on how you know shaky you are when you're doing like inking. You could kind of like set the amount at higher percentage, that way when it comes to inking, you know you're all good, you'll get all them nice smooth clean lines. But yeah guys, we just gonna click done on this. Alright, so now we back by the brush library again, and as you can see we just have like different brushes, like we are drawing right here, and now we just gonna go down through the rest of the list, and as you can see a lot of brushes to choose from, and we're not gonna go through every individual one because you guys will basically be here for years. But yeah, you guys kind of get the idea. But yeah, the sketch brush I show and the ink pen I show, that is usually type that is the tools I usually use, like say when I'm sketching and when I'm inking. Alright guys, so we go and head over right next to the brush tool, and as you can see we have this little like finger pointing down. This basically is the smudge tool, and right now we can't really use it, but what you'll do is like say you have like a painting, illustration or whatever, you use the smear tool, kind of like if you want to like blend stuff in better, you could use that, the smudge tool. But to be honest with you guys, I don't really use it, but it's there. So we're gonna head over to the next one now. Alright guys, so right next to the smudge tool we have the eraser tool, and like we don't have like something on the screen, but you know the eraser tool is just to like erase whatever you have on the screen. And now we're gonna head over right next to that. We have like these two sheets of paper highlighted in blue. What this is, as you can see right here, is the layers tab. So for layers, we're gonna come back in just to talk about this some more because you know it's a lot to discuss, so we'll pick this back up in part 3.